Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Toyin Eso, your edu coach and advocate for excellence. I know it's the Christmas season. I'm sure you're loading up food items, gifts, very important, that you're going to be giving to people. So this is just like a spontaneous video that came to my mind. I just thought about many years ago that I started my career, and interestingly, it's been 16 years in the education system. If many years ago, when I was a kid, if someone should have told me that I would be a teacher or an educationist today, I would have just tell the person, keep quiet. I would be in the legal profession, a lawyer, and not an educationist. But as fate would have it and as God would have it, I found myself in the educational system. So today's video is titled My Truth. It is my truth. Just this morning while driving down to work, I just felt I should share this part of my life to encourage someone, especially those that are having challenges in their career. I started in the education system in the year 2007 as a teacher, then as a teacher in one local school like that, before I finished my first degree and I went for my master's education. And after my master's, immediately I got married. I was searching for a job and I just had to take a job that the salary was 18,000 naira. That was like I think 2013, I guess. Yes. So I took the job. In that school, I was like the local champion. You know what I'm talking about? Someone that has masters, that teaches well, that impacts life. But I just knew that this was not my destination. I trusted God that after 3 months, which is just a term, I'm going to get another job. I wasn't applying, but God just answered my prayers. And after 3 months, I left that school to an international school. Imagine me coming from a local school as a local champion and in an international school where, well, to an extent I thought I could speak right, I could speak well, but I was the literacy teacher in that international school and the class was grade 3. This school, interestingly, they don't use cane. That was something new to me. So every day I get back home having headaches. But I just thought to myself, you can't continue like this if you don't want to die early. So I started making research of how I can discipline or maintain great classroom management without the use of cane. But as if that was not enough, complaints left, right, and center from the teachers, from the parents, saying that I don't speak right, that I have the TH factor. Well, one thing led to another. I was taken out of the classroom after many complaints to be a subject teacher. So I was teaching my specialization, which was social studies. And everybody that I said, oh, so Mrs. Eso was demoted, she wasn't doing well. This didn't get to me at all. I just felt that, okay, have weaknesses in certain areas. Then when I write on the board, I don't take cognizance of my grammatical errors. So those were there. Imagine the transition from the local school to an international school. So I said to myself, you need to work on yourself. You don't need to be cross with the parent or leave the school and go get another job. I worked on myself. I remember then my head of school said that it's very difficult for a Yoruba person to be totally free from the TH factor. I know then I usually say, thank you. But it is thank you. So I intentionally started working on that. So, interestingly, when I left the classroom and I became a subject teacher, my workload reduced, but the salary didn't reduce. Can you see that? So out of every challenges, there is something good you can pick out from that. So when I became a subject teacher, then I was pregnant. So it was easy for me. My pregnancy stage, I wasn't stressed. I was still getting my salary. My workload was reduced. And after a while, there was an opening in the admin department of that international school. So they asked me, would you be interested? I said, why not? I took up the job as a personal assistant to the education director, my wonderful boss. God bless her. I'm so grateful to her for the opportunity. That was when I started my career in the administration sector. So can you see? People said I was demoted from a classroom teacher to a subject teacher, and they even said that she was not even super demoted, if there's any word like that, to an administrator. But the interesting thing is that as I was the administrator, my salary got higher. I got more experience, especially in the administration. It was in that role I was able to learn how to import uniform from international countries. Then I represented my boss at certain events. Then I was exposed to administrative things in the school system. So I was in that school for 4 years plus when I was called upon by another school to head the school. So let me pause here and say that to every challenge you're having in your career, don't run away, face it head on. And one thing that helped me while I was having this challenge, that I never stopped improving myself. I kept paying money to go for trainings, reading online, learning from people that know. You cannot overemphasize that importance. You need to learn from people that are ahead of you. Don't be envious of them, because if you're envious of them, you will not get to that level that they are. So I learned a lot. So back to my gist. In this new school, because I was from a local school, I got experience in an international school, so I went back to another middle class school to be the head of the school. The first day I resumed in that school, people were saying, this is the head of school, why is she so small? I just said to myself, well, I'm small but mighty. So I started. The school had a lot of changes that it needed to be made. With God's help, I was able to make the change. And with the experience I had from my previous school, working with my boss, I effected a lot of changes. And remember, I did not stop going for trainings. I paid for those trainings myself. Well, that international school actually trained us every time, but I also went ahead and had certifications myself. So at this new school, I was there for 2 years. I just felt that, well, I've had enough. I wanted more. So I resigned from that school without another job. And when I resigned from the school, I was about to start another job that was even paying me lower than the school I worked as head of school. And the new role is a classroom teacher. Isn't that amazing? So I took the job, but as I took the job, I got another job, which was another international school. So I resumed there as a grade 1 teacher. So I also learned from my short stay in the school, and that school, I've learned a lot. I think 4 years from the international school, 2 years as a head of school in another school, and I've gone back to another British school. So in that school, I also learned a lot. And God, as God would have it, I got a call to head another big school. So that's where I am today. So no matter the challenge you're facing in your career, especially to teachers, don't run away from this challenge. Don't make those parents that are complaining about you enemies. Be their best friend. Try to improve upon yourself. Try to improve on yourself, because if you improve on yourself, the good deed, the benefit is for you alone and not for another person. So I'm here today to challenge and to encourage you today that no human being is perfect. We are all working towards perfection. So write down those areas of your weakness and challenges and begin to work on them. Stop procrastinating. Enough of procrastination. Take up your bed and work. I'm not a prophet, but I feel you should do that. And this new year, 2024, those areas of your weakness, you need to improve on them. Those areas of your strength, you need to upskill that, your strength. So this week, hopefully tomorrow, I'll be dropping a video on how to become a smart learning organization. So you can't afford to miss that video, because you're going to learn a lot from that video. So don't stop growing, keep winning. See you again. I remain Eson Oluwatoyin, your advocate for excellence and your Eddie Coach. Bye for now. Mwah.